futures lower? Interesting. Is it the port strike? Is it foreign stocks are way down, but China is way up? So, I read this article on China, and I don't really understand it because people are not definitively clear. Powell started this bullshit. I mean, I would destroy Powell. I would just destroy the whole thing, that whole concept of, oh, we're going to be so clear. We're going to have a conference every month. And after the conference, 50% of the people don't understand what the hell you said. Why not be clear? Such as, we're going to raise 50 next month if the numbers are good, if they're this. Really simple. So this article says China is going to lower interest rates for mortgages by 50 basis points for everyone in the country. So what the hell does that mean, guys? If you have a rate right now, say at 5%, it goes to 4.5, even if it's a 50-year, 30-year fixed or whatever it is. If they're going to do that, oh my God, Baba should be 150. Now, maybe I read it like that. Okay, so I'm getting a message here saying, yes, that's what they're going to do. If anybody else knows, think about this. Let's say you have a mortgage on anything. Say it's at 8%. Say you have shit credit and it's at 15%. You get it at 14.5%. I mean, does that destroy the banks and rip everything else? I don't know. But it's funny how I read stuff. When I read stuff, how I read it versus how you would read it or somebody else would read it or Elon would read it. Everybody reads stuff differently. So you just have to understand, okay? Interesting, right? The techs are way down. Watch NVIDIA. If NVIDIA breaks 113, then all this starts again. The interesting part, Micron numbers are so good. They're so good. And Lam Research is at 815, and it opened at 865 the other day. We sold them. Okay, we didn't get back in. Lilly is breaking down under 861, 792. Jesus. Over 900, right back up. Avago starting lower. AMD all the way back to 161. We sold those. You gotta sell. Netflix saying that they lost thousands and thousands, but not millions. It says thousands and thousands. So what does that mean? They lost 1 million subs? Because he endorsed something? Let me tell you, the Netflix CEO, for as smart as he is one of the dumbest guys in the world about politics. It really is. If you say you like Trump or you say you like Harris, it doesn't matter what side you pick, you're going to lose people. I mean, why do businesses pull shit like this? Are they that ignorant? Are they that ignorant? And if they're that ignorant or they don't care, that means they don't care about their shareholders. Okay? So kind of interesting. So Netflix, with that article, this may rip all the way back down to 650. So keep an eye on that. Interesting. Coin, complete breakup Friday. We waited all week for it to break 180. It finally did. Went to 191. Now it's 7. MicroStrategy down 10. Big move lower. Baba was at 115.52. So 115.70 becomes the next beast. Baidu, if it runs. So we have these Baba 110s. We have lots of them. It's going to cover everything and more. I mean, they're going to open at 5. If it pops to 115, they're going to be 9. So it's going to make 7 points on 300 contracts. 210K the week is nice. Okay. Baidu looks like he wants 113. SNCI is not cratering. Like, is this presentation happen tomorrow? I can't believe that he would actually present. without taking questions or people heckling him. Interesting. Microsoft losing money, $5 billion, OpenAI. And Tesla numbers coming tomorrow, and Tesla may not care what the market does, and may rip right up to 266 and fly. And then we see. So that's all the news. You got the port strike, but in reality, I don't give a shit what anybody says, okay? Let me tell you. When all the workers go on strike, they take the stocks down, but for the first month, it doesn't matter. Why? Because they have too much cars and too much inventory. Okay? When the inventory goes away, then you get inflation and stuff. But for the first week or two, while this port strike, there's already enough inventory out there. It's not going to affect anything. But it will after a week or two. Then prices go higher. Okay? But people just freak. Okay? So that's what we know. And can we have a moment of silence for the Jets? I mean, do they suck or do they suck? Okay, interesting. Just have to say that. People sending me stuff on the Jets. Okay. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everybody. End of month. So this could be end of month selling. And do we get inflows next month? Let's see. Dan says way up. So let's see. Interesting. The China stuff, if somebody can figure that out and clarify, post it in the room. Does everybody that has a loan, do their rates go down 50 basis points? Not new loans. Everybody that has a loan goes down without refinancing. That would be epic. That's something the U.S. should take up. 9:30. SPX down 13. That puts at 57.25. You got 5,700 down. You got 5,752 up. 5,772 hard. 5,800 huge. Underneath 5,681 would be bad. Avago 171, 176, 181. Don't know why these things are going down because the Micron news is that good. Okay. Underneath at 169, 161. NVIDIA 116, 113, 122, and then 126. Lilly 891, 909. Underneath 851 collapses. ASML working lower. So here's the thing. Lam Research drops 50 and ASML doesn't drop. ASML earnings are going to be coming up here pretty soon. Does this go all the way back to 750? Interesting. So keep an eye on that. 791 down, 852 up. Lam Research 866 up, 791 down. Goldman Sachs 506 up, 491 down. AMD 168 up, 161 down. ARM 149 up, 131 down. CrowdStrike 291 up, 272 down. Netflix 526 up, 691 down. Coin 193 up, 200 round number, 209 underneath 171. MicroStrategy 174, 182 underneath 161. Baba 118 next beast. Would love 10 out of these. Freaking 300K ripper to start week would be beautiful. If it gets to 116, may get 8 or 9 right off the bat. Underneath 109, Baidu can pop to 113 at open. Underneath 107, Carvana 176, 181 under 161. SMCI, all about his presentation tomorrow in news. Microsoft, they do this huge buyback. They do this dividend increase, and it's lower than when it was. Very interesting. 442 beast underneath 409 bad. Tesla news coming tomorrow, 266. Event next week, 272. If he announces a robot in it, doesn't mean a robot in your house. Even a robot that can do all these tasks on the robot on the floor. If he says this is going to save us X amount of money, this thing can be 300 in a blip. NOW all the way down to 969. Interesting. From 939. That's what we know. That's what we know. Massive squeeze in energy names. Possible. Anything's possible right now. So let's see. I don't necessarily understand why. So here's the thing, guys. Something that I said many, many years ago, it always sticks in my mind because, when I say stuff, it sticks in my mind. Why does the U.S. give a shit about every other country, and the other countries think that they move our market? Explain that to me. If our market says we're cutting rates and our economy is getting better and better and strong, why do we give a shit about Japan and China and Indonesia and all these other markets? Everybody says, oh my God, this market is... Who cares? It's interesting. I understand the market cares. It does care. But I never understood the why. Why do we give a shit if Japan's going to shit? We don't care. Okay? It's our companies are making money. We're trading our companies. Let's see. And if they don't do any sales in Japan, let's say Tesla doesn't sell anything in Japan, why does Tesla care if Japan's down 25%? Doesn't make any sense. Simple, right? Interesting. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.